Okay, we've got the Dredge. I'm testing some of Dredge's buffs. I think Dredge's biggest weakness that they still haven't addressed is the fact that he's heavily map reliant. He on maps with few lockers in certain areas, he does very poorly. This map, for instance, is not a very good map for him. It's Fractured Couch is not a very good map for a lot of killers, though. It's a very strong survivor map. Even though they reworked it, they really don't know what they're doing in terms of map balance. So I'm very cynical when it comes to whenever they say they're reworking a map. It's just laughable how they think they can rework it to make it more fair. It never happens. It's always still extremely survivor-sided. Take the Eyrie of Crows as an example. They said they reworked it. It's still a very imbalanced map. Oh, Finesse and Goliath. What a surprise. Very exciting, intuitive gameplay there from survivors. Just vault a window and you're gone. Brain dead gameplay. Okay, she thought I was teleporting to a locker. This is the thing with Dredge, you can't really use his teleport in a chase because he's so loud. You know when he enters a locker. He gives off this loud noise notification. And it's very disappointing because it removes any kind of stealth you could possibly use in a chase. It's very predictable from the survivor perspective where the Dredge is going. I don't understand what's with this company and removing any kind of skill from the survivor perspective, because you have it where he makes a really loud noise when he enters a locker, so you know exactly where he'll be going, so he won't catch anyone off guard in that manner. And then in Nightfall, this is supposed to be, you know, the Dredge is supposed to be undetectable. I don't know what they mean by the word undetectable, but it's not what they think it means. Now, I know they have reduced his volume, but still, in Nightfall, you can see him coming a mile away because he's this big white blob. If for some reason the developers think he should be highlighted when in Nightfall. It's very odd. It's a very handout coddling mentality from the developers, which is nothing unusual. But it's still, I mean, if you want to play well with Survivor, there's really nothing to it. The developers have given you everything you need. So to claim you're good as Survivor is really not much of a claim at all. With map design, with the number of pallets, with the fact that the killers have abilities like Dredge where he notifies survivors from a mile away which locker he's going into. Survivors can see him coming from a mile away when in Nightfall because he's got this big white aura around him. There's really no skill expression at all anymore when it comes to playing Survivor. So for survivors to be cocky and confident and proud of accomplishing something, to me, is just a bunch of hot air. It's a bunch of noise. It's very easy to win Survivor in this game. I mean, their objective alone is the easiest thing that they could possibly do. I mean, I've heard they're bringing Lights Out back, which is one of the game modes that was probably the least anticipated, the least interesting game mode of all the others. And I mean, if they bring Lights Out mode back, they should have it so Dredge isn't surrounded by this huge white aura. And they should make that... They should make it that way for him all the time while he's in Nightfall. There's no reason to give survivors a heads up where he will be in Nightfall. It's like the description says, survivors have to navigate their way around the map in complete darkness. And no, it's not complete darkness. That aura around her that you're seeing right now, that is the same aura that's around Dredge in Nightfall. So it's not like you can't see him coming. Just one of the dumbest things I've ever read. It's like they have to navigate them in complete darkness. Like, no, they don't. You've got a vacuum cleaner coming after you who's glowing bright white. It's not hard to spot where he is. Yeah, they buff these idiotic perks like Blast Mine and Flash Grenade. So it's now even easier for survivors to get those perks. Flash Grenade is a huge problem because many times when you go to pick up a survivor, a well-placed Flash Grenade is pretty much impossible to avoid. Yeah, this is for a draw. If I get her, I get a draw. They are probably going to finish that generator. Yeah, this is all for a draw. Has Dredge really been buffed all that much? I'm saying no. Yeah, see, the Remnant is useless. They can just run away. There's no point in using the Remnant. Okay, it looks like they're working on that generator there. I think Lori has Object of Obsession. Yeah. Okay, I might actually get a win now because he took so long on that generator. Yeah, this is the thing though. It's like his anti-loop is really no anti-loop at all because as soon as the survivor sees you place a remnant, the survivor's going to just run away. So his remnant's pretty much useless. And Nightfall is kind of a joke. And the fact that he's so map reliant hurts him very much. I don't think Dredge is... I don't think these meager buffs actually really do anything for him. If she were smart, she would just leave. You're not going to get a survivor by yourself. Oh, there you are. Can I get her in time, though? Probably not. Nope. Even with coup de grace, Shift W is just too much of a... It's too strong. Killer's supposed to be the power roll, but all they have to do is just run away. So yeah, so far with my opinion of Dredge, he still hasn't gotten the buffs he needs. If I were to buff him, I would make him completely silent in Nightfall. No noise at all. I would make it so he doesn't have a glowing white aura around him. I would make it so all lockers that he teleports to and exits from, the locks are broken instantly. I think those 3 changes alone would go a long way to helping this killer.